Okay, others mute a microphone. Mahesh, Rahul. Yes, Mahesh, you can please mute a microphone. Okay, meanwhile, Rajeshwari, mute a microphone. Okay, so this is the default user ID and password. Administrator @pega.com. Install is password. Okay, log into the tool. It's Rajeshwari. You have to mute a microphone from your side. Okay. Okay. Maybe last session, if anybody missed the last session, I shared a recording to you. Okay. I told you about the tool, means what are the different panels inside the tool. Okay. Just I'll give you a review of that one. Actually, Pega, when you open this total home page, what are the components you can see is, so different types of components, like in the header panel, you can see Designer Studio, application menu bar, launch menu bar, and create option. So okay, why we'll use the create option? When we see the practicals, you can understand. And search bar is for searching for any rule in the application. And you'll have some private records, means check-in check-out tool, like version control tool will be there. Then the recently open items, if you want to see, you can click on this option. Some help menu bar will be there, you can see the total help content and everything will be there. And the operator ID information, actually user ID is also called as operator ID in Pega terms. Okay, that is the name we used to use. So what is the operator ID means? So operator ID is the ID used to log into the application. If you want to log into the application, this is default operator ID. Okay, so in the real time we may have, okay, every developer will have a different operator IDs for logging purpose. Okay, so that is nothing but operator ID, okay, which is used for logging to the Pega application or Pega tool. Okay, here see here. So here, if you click on this operator menu, you will have the total information about that operator. Means, so what is the name of the operator, means what is the access he is having to the application. Okay, so like total information means, so what access he is having to the application, so the total information will be there inside that operator. Okay, there is one thing called access group. So when you click on that access group, you can get the information here. So means, so what is the level of access he is having to the application, we can see in this access group. Okay, so he's having the application Pega rules inside that. Okay, access group contains portals. Okay, means application contains portals. Okay, so normally if you want to know what are the different types of portals, means admin or developer, both are same only. And another one is manager portal and end user portal. Okay, so these three portals available in the latest versions. In the previous versions, we have two more portals will be there. So we'll discuss in practical when when we see the differences between 6.3 and 7.1. At that time I will tell you in the 6.3 version. Okay, right now we are discussing about 7.1. These are the three types of portals available in 7.1 version: admin or developer portal, manager portal, and user portal. Okay, right now whatever you are seeing is nothing but a developer portal. In the coming sessions, I will show you user portal and manager portal. Okay, so okay, access group means, so what level of access you have inside the application. So all that information you can see inside this access group category. Okay, means application contains portals and portals contains roles. Okay, so your application name is by default, this is the default application, guys. So when we start our new application, so then we can see the our application name there. But right now we are using the default operator ID, and the default application name is Pega rules. Okay, so now inside the application we are having different portals. Okay, right now this particular operator means administrator, so this is the name of the particular operator by default. Okay, so his name, he's having access to portals like developer portal and case manager portal. And coming to the roles, okay, in the real time everyone will have different roles in the organization. Maybe some other, okay, some set of developers will have different roles, some other senior developers will have different roles like this. So here in the default operator is having all these default roles. Okay, so in detail again we'll discuss later. Okay, and coming back to some other terms, important terminologies in Pega. Okay, so actually this is the home screen. In the header panel, you'll get all these components. And in the Designer Studio, you'll have all the widgets will be there. Again, whenever we start working, you can understand these things. Okay, now in the left side, you can see some different options like, so all these are nothing but Explorer panel. Actually, we used to call it as Explorer panel. So here you can see all the types of Explorers. Okay, but all these explorers we don't have in previous versions. Only we have is application explorer. Okay, in the previous versions we have only application explorer is there. Okay, all these are recently given in the new version. Okay, the recent explorer, cases explorer, then data explorer, records explorer, private explorer, favorite explorer. Okay, so actually we will not be, those are not important, that important, but just for view purpose they have given the all these things. Actually recent is nothing but if you want to see the recently open things, you can click on this one, you can see the what, so recently what is open, and you can see the information here. And cases is nothing but, okay, it is a new concept in Pega 7. So cases is nothing but a modules, and inside the modules, so what types of workflow we have to design, we have to decide inside the cases. Okay, in detail, so when I start the application I'll tell you, so don't worry about this. So data explorer means all the data objects will be so existing inside. So what are the data
Actually,
objects we have? Just tell me. You choose this.
yeah, actually, in the Explorer we have recent and in also header side,
Same, both are same only. In the header also we have the recent.
side.
Yeah. Yes, tell me, sir.
Then then why they are using like then why they are using like two times? Is it
Just for look and feel purpose, that's it. So just this is same and this is same. That's what I'm saying. So no, don't worry about those things. So those are just for look purpose in order to fill that space they have given this one. Okay. So without giving the empty, giving the blank space.
okay?
So just they want to fill that space. That is the reason. So that's what I'm saying. So don't worry about those things. So only we will be importantly working is application explorer, cases explorer. Okay, all these are for, so I can say like um, look and feel purpose only they have given. Okay, we will not use very much of the other things. So we have to, we'll mainly use cases explorer, then application explorer, and okay, these two are main. Okay, so don't worry about the recent. I will tell you, I'll explain what are the things. So records means it will show the, in hierarchy order it will show, in alphabetical order it will show all the records. Okay, but we will not create anything inside that. If you want to create anything or if you want to design anything inside the application explorer only will do. Okay, so in the previous versions we don't have all these things. That is the reason I'm saying in the previous versions we don't have all these things, but without using them also we can generate the application and we can create the application. Okay, so just for change they have given all these things. Okay, they have added all these things in the latest version. Okay, the look and feel is totally different from the previous versions. Okay, that one we'll see. 6.3 version we'll see in the coming session. Some I will take 3 or 4 sessions. In that sessions I'll tell the differences and compare the both the versions. Okay, so right now concentrate on 7.1 version. Okay, so these are all the different explorers we have. So when we start the application I'll tell you in detail about each and every one. Next is, this is work panel. Okay, so if you click on anything, for example if you click on or if you open anything, it will go to this page. In the work panel it will open everything. Okay, so this is where the actual, so design and everything can be done. and in the bottom we have footer explorer, means footer panel. So here you can see all the different types of toolbars and all you can see. Okay, so this is about the home screen, so which is divided into four panels: header panel, then explorer panel, work panel, and footer panel. Okay, footer panel contains all the tools, some testing tools, debugging tools, performance tools, okay, alerts tools, okay, so UI tools, okay, all those tools comes under the footer part. Okay, so coming to the our application terminologies. Okay, before telling the terminology, I will show you how to build a new application. Okay, so then I will discuss about each and every term. Okay, so first of all we are going to see how to create new application in Pega, because see we cannot use the default application. So we need to, if you want to start from scratch, means compulsory we cannot use this is a default application you will get with the default operator. Okay, from here we are going to create our own application and it will generate some user IDs. Okay, we have to log in with those user IDs. Okay, so how to create a new application or how to build a new application in Pega. Okay, for that we have application menu is there. Okay, go to that application menu. You have an option called new application. Okay, from here we need to start the creating a new application. Okay, if you want to create a new application in Pega means, okay, so go to application menu. Okay, using new application option we can start building a new application. Okay, select this option. Okay, so before going to this I want to tell you few points. Okay, so what are the menu option whatever we are using right now? Okay, we used to call it as a DCO. Okay, full form of that is direct capture of objectives. Okay, actually see guys, this one, see this direct capture of objectives is a internal tool in Pega. Okay, we don't have, sorry, it is not a separate tool. So what are the thing we are seeing right now, it is a some wizard or we can say, or it is some internal tool we have for creating the new applications or generating the new applications. Actually the full form is directly capture objectives. Okay, and in this we have one option is there in the DCO. We have an option called application express. Okay, application express is nothing but a wizard tool for creating the applications. Okay, DC, so what are the menu option when we click on new application we'll get is a DCO, and inside the DCO we have one option will be there. So there we'll enter all the inputs, means what is the name of the application, then what is the business objectives, what are the data objects, okay, what are the different types of modules in the application, everything we will enter inside the, we will enter inside the application express. Okay, spelling. Okay, so but in, if you take the previous 6.3 version, actually this is I'm telling about 7.1 version, but if you take just an overview, in the coming sessions we'll see how to create in 6.3 also. See, normally in 6.3 version, so the case is totally different. Okay, tool is same only, so tool is same only, direct capture of objectives only, but inside that we'll have three types of rules are there, means three types of components we need to use. But in 7.1 version we are using only one component called application express, but in the previous version, so we don't use application express in previous version, so we used to use something called application profiler and application accelerator. Okay, in the previous version, so we used to use the thing called application profiler and application accelerator, but in the current version, so there is an enhanced option and enhanced thing is there, and that enhanced thing is application application express is the enhanced thing in 7.1 version, but in 6.3 we use application profiler and accelerator, but in 7 version we will use the enhanced version of both these things, means we don't have profiler and accelerator in the current version, so directly they have given application express. Okay, So in detail, when we discuss about 6.3, I'll tell you about these three things. Okay, application profiler and accelerator. Okay, right now for building new application in 7.1 version, so we'll use application express here. Okay, here coming to the application express. Okay, if you click on this button, it will go to that one. Click on this button, create new application. Okay, now we need to fill the information. What is the application name you want to give? Okay, what framework you need to choose, means on which layer you want to build the application. Okay, so what is the organization name you want to give? Okay, all these information we need to fill here. So then Pega will automatically creates everything in the backend. Okay, so only thing you need to give is, so what type of application you want to give. Okay, for example, give the application name as, okay, some name I'm giving as Paytm, Paytm SCP I'm giving application name. So description, okay, it will take the same thing. If you want to modify or if you want to add, you can add more description here. Okay, built on, okay, all the applications will be built on Pega rules only. Okay, and coming to the structure, okay, here we will be having different types of structure will be there, like three types of structure will be there. For example, so the three types are framework only, next implementation only, next framework and implementation. Okay, these are the three types of application structure you will get. Okay, you can choose in the drop down actually. See, okay, coming to the framework only, when we will use this option means, okay, you want to, what are the application you are building right now or developing right now. If you want to save it as a new framework means, you will choose this option. Okay, if you want to save your application as a new framework, you'll choose this option framework only. See, normally, see in Pega, say what are the application they build, every application will be saved as a framework, okay, by default along with implementation. So if you choose this option, okay, every application will be saved as one new framework. Okay, in the coming, okay, for example, similar application if you want to develop again, you can go with that, choose that framework previously built, that framework is built, right? So for example, you are building this application name as, so Paytm SCP. Okay, so same application you can reuse in the upcoming applications. Okay, so when you want to reuse your application in the future applications, so then you'll choose the layer as frame implementation only. Okay, if you want to use, reuse existing applications and modify them, you'll go with this implementation layer. And framework and implementation means, so normally in the real time we'll choose both options. Okay, so we'll not separately select framework and separately select implementation only. So every application will be saved as framework, and if you want to add any framework separately, you can add using the implementation option. Means, so in the real time, so any application, so if you want to build, so they'll choose the option as framework and implementation. Okay, so but the options will be given sometimes. So only if you want to save your application as a framework means, you can go with this option. And if you want to, means already existing some framework is there. Okay, if you want to reuse that, means already application is there, and if you want to reuse that one and modify few things in the application means, you'll go with the implementation only. And if you want to do both, if you want to take the existing framework, or if you want to save your application as a framework, so by default select the both options, framework and implementation. Okay, so every application will use this layer only. So the structure they will use for developing applications is framework and implementation. Okay, anytime if you want only one option, you can go with any of the above options. Okay, right now I'm going to use the option as framework and implementation and give the organization name. Okay, here organization name must be different means application name you have given this one. Okay, give a different name. Okay, suppose I'm giving Pega 02 I'm giving. Okay, so this will be your login name. So normally,
Hari,
yes, tell me.
yeah, Hari Prashant here.
Yes, tell me
Yeah,
question.
basically, I just wanted to clarify the difference between framework and implementation.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm
basically,
saying.
if we want to create a new application, then we have to select a framework, and when we have to reuse
No,
the
no.
existing application,
So normally creating new application means you can go also go with framework and implementation. So normally, so what are the okay, your point is correct only at that time your point is correct. And also not only creating a new application, so the same application will be
uh-huh,
saved as one framework also. In Pega there is an advantage here. So whatever your okay, you will automatically build one new application. Okay, that is there is no wrong in that. Along with the application creation, your application will also be saved as one new framework. Okay, means you
okay,
can understand. So in Pega every application will be saved as one new framework. Okay, so in any suppose in the future if you want to develop a similar application, for example, so the banking application, this is a banking application. Again, if you want to
okay,
build a new banking application, so what happens at the time? So they will reuse the same framework. Okay, so they can use that framework and they can modify the things. Okay, but so they need to again take the license from the Pega systems. Okay, instead of that they can develop it from the scratch because the framework's cost will be more when compared to the so overall development. Okay, yes, any questions others?
Yeah, Hari,
oh,
I
so
have
that
one.
means this is also related. Yeah, so that means this is also related to the licensing also here.
Yeah, license also will be there because directly they cannot choose frameworks and all. So they need to get the license from Pega systems whenever they require a new framework.
Okay, okay,
Okay, in
okay.
Hari,
personal,
Rahul here.
just tell me Rahul.
Yeah, Hari, I was just asking, so whenever we are using framework only, uh, whether this will allow us to implement our application,
Means implement means we are just creating a new application. We
means
cannot.
framework will create an app.
Yeah, it will create a new application. That's it. Implementation means
Okay.
so we'll reuse we are going to use the framework and we are modifying that application. So then you'll go with the implementation only. Okay, and framework implementation is you can do both the things. Okay, either you if you want to use frameworks you can use, or if you want to only save your application means you can save your application. Okay, so normally in the real time they'll choose
So
both the
Hari,
options. Yes, tell me.
The doubt is,
Yes, tell me Prashant.
yeah, so if I develop an application with a
Okay,
framework only, then
okay,
I cannot implement that application.
you can implement, that is not a problem. It will automatically it will be saved as a new application, so by default it will be saved. Okay, don't worry in that. So framework only means it will be saved,
Okay,
application will be created and it can be implemented. Okay, but
okay, okay,
it will be saved as one framework separately. Okay,
okay, got
Maybe
it.
make us understand. So when you're saying implementation, are we implementing deploying our application to a
okay,
said
here
server
not
or
deploying like that, so just modifying the existing application, that's it. Implementation means so you are taking some existing application. Okay, you are doing some changes to that, you are adding some changes to that. Okay, so that is so don't worry, but we will not choose a separate layer like this, but the option will be there. Anyway we will not use that option separately. So most of the cases, so not 100% of the cases we'll use both the options because compulsory your application will be saved as one framework. Okay, means what happens means if you choose both the options, okay, you'll get a option to framework option will be there and implementation option will be there. You can do both the things. Okay, if you want to use any frameworks, so automatically you can use the framework. And if you want to means sorry, framework, what happens, it will your application will be saved as a framework. And implementation means you can also choose any existing frameworks, okay, from the Pega systems. Okay, normally basically all your applications will be designed in both the options, framework and implementation. Okay, don't get confused. Everything will be configured in the backend for you, and even you will not set up this option. This application creation will be done by the business analyst. Okay, in the real time, even developers will not use these things, but in the personal edition means compulsory we need to create a new application here. Okay, so we need to give this information in the personal edition, but in the real time all these things will be done by the business analyst. Okay, anyway, give the application built on application Pega rules. Your application structure will be framework and implementation. Okay, in detail we'll get, guys. Okay, at the time I'll tell you. Okay, in the coming sessions in detail I'll tell you. So what are at the time of discussing about the classes, I'll tell you these things. Okay, Pega will create everything in the
Yeah,
backend.
basically.
Yes, tell me.
What are the other built-in applications? Can you drop down it?
Only three options you'll get. Okay, built on application means
No, no, I'm
previous.
talking about the, yeah, yes.
Okay, application names will be there. Okay, some frameworks will be there. Okay, means so in
Oh,
my
okay.
application I'm having so many frameworks are there. Means so nothing but they are not frameworks. Separately we didn't create any framework. So just we created few applications. In my personal edition, I'm having some applications like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some 8 to 10 applications are there. You can see here. You can every application is saved as one framework. Okay. So if you want, you can choose that application, means you can choose that framework and you can modify the application. So then what you will do? So either you can select the option as framework only, or you can also choose the option as framework and implementation, or you
Okay.
can use the option as implementation only also. It depends upon the requirement, guys. So suppose if you don't want to do any changes, so directly they can choose framework only. If they want to do any changes to that, they'll choose implementation only. Or if they want to modify, okay, either implementation only or framework and implementation. Okay, both options they can choose. But here I'm building a new application using the Pega rules. Okay, I'm not using any existing ones. I'm going to use a new application here.
Hello? Yeah?
Okay, now click on next option.
Hello? Is it
Click on next options. Okay, so once after entering the application structure, give the organization name. Okay, this can be any name, guys. Organization name, whatever the name you want to give, you can give. So what happens means when you give the organization name, actually the default organization name is Pega. See, in Pega the default organization name is Pega. Suppose if you give your own name, for example you are giving name as Ravi, so then the id login id will be admin@Ravi. In here I'm giving the organization name as Pega02. Then my organization name will be admin@Pega02. Okay, so organization name can be anything. So whatever you want, you can give anything. Suppose you can give your names. Okay, so here in the first page you'll fill all this information. Now click on next option.
Hari, I have one question over there.
Okay, tell me.
Rahul.
Okay, tell me.
Yeah, my question is application structure tag is not mandatory, so we can move ahead without including anything.
No, no, it is not mandatory means nothing, but by default it will be there. So the thing is,
Okay.
by default there will be layer will be there, so you will not get a blank option. So by default there will be implementation and framework will be there, means framework and implementation will be there. You need not to choose. If you want to change means you can choose other option, but by default you'll get framework and implementation. So mandatory means we need to give, because so this is the default option you'll get. Okay, so we should not, okay, see there is blank option is not the red. So by default when you click
Okay.
on the new application, by default you'll get this option. That is the reason. So it is not a mandatory field, because anyway you'll get this option, framework and implementation. That is the reason it is not a default like mandatory option. Okay, there will not be any blank option will be there. Compulsory we need to choose one option there. Okay, now click on next option. Okay, some business objectives. Okay, so they'll get the business requirements, so they can enter the business objects here. So like creating new application, automating the application, automating business process. So they'll look after, they'll give all the business objectives here. You can enter in. Okay, you will not enter here, so already you'll get the business objectives. So the business analyst will give all the information here. Okay, I'm just giving one or two objectives. Okay, if you leave blank also not a problem is. Okay, so if you don't enter also not a problem. Okay, click on next option. Then the next option is case types. Okay, case types here is nothing but, see, in one application, if you want to divide the application into, like, so for example, if you are taking a banking application, okay, you want to divide the banking application into different parts. For example, so for loans you are giving one separate module, for debit card section you are giving a separate module, for like credit card division you are giving a separate, insurance you are giving a separate thing. So like this, so how many models you want to give inside the application. See, actually, so before starting this application only, so they will gather, means they will be working for 3 to 4 months for gathering the business requirements from the client. Okay, so first of all they will not start this one. So before starting or creating this thing, so they will gather all the business requirements. Okay, they will be working for 3 to 4 months, and they'll have total information, what is the application, main application, so under which layer they need to build, and what are the different types of modules, every information they will have. Okay, so at the application level only they will give all this information. Okay, here I'm going to give some 2 or 3 modules I'm going to add. For example, I will give some modules like, okay, loans I'm giving one module, some other module I'm giving as recharge, some other I'm giving some sample. Okay, if you want to show some sample examples, I'll use this one, and some for other examples I'll use one module, I'll use loans, and some total project for I will use recharge example. Okay, I'm adding 3 modules in this application, so we'll be working on these 3 modules. Okay, 3 different modules I'm adding. So how many modules, suppose in the real time there may be 10 modules, there may be, so 5 modules there may be. So based on that, so they have to define each and every module in the case types. Okay, each case is one module here. Okay, inside the application, so we are dividing the application
Hey,
into
Hari.
different parts. Yes, tell me.
Hey, Hari. So suppose I mean I started building the application, and after
Okay,
1 or 2 months, I
okay,
want to add few more case types.
yeah,
So
we
we
can
can add that
manually,
also
yeah,
later,
we can
right?
manually, we can add, that is not a problem. We can manually include later also.
Okay.
Okay, you have a case
Okay.
explorer is there, right? You got the, here you got cases explorer. Okay, from this level we can add the cases. Okay, that is not a problem.
All right. Okay. Got it.
Okay,
Okay.
so give the case name, case types. Okay, what are the possible modules we have in the inside the application, so all that information we can provide here. Okay, I'm giving some 2 to 3 types. Okay, click on add a case type and add the modules. Okay, now click on next option. Okay, so the next option is data objects. Actually at application level we will not add any data objects here. Okay, the thing is, so data objects are nothing but all the tables in the application, data pages in the application. Okay, so all that information we can add it manually, we can add, means inside each, suppose if you have a requirement to add an employee table, so loans table means suppose the customer information, customer details. So recharge means, for example, the recharge details, like, so recharge information table you want to create. Okay, all that information, so at application level we can create. Okay, so later after generating the application, inside that application we can create. Okay, because right now it is just an option will be there, but we will not add any data objects at means nothing but tables, all the tables creation. Okay, tables creation and all. So once after generating the application, we'll add all these things. Okay, at this level, no need to provide any information here. Okay, so later when we build the new application, right? So we log into the application and based on the requirement, we'll be adding tables in the and data objects in the application. Okay, at this application creation level, no need to provide any data objects here. Okay, just skip this option and click on create button. Okay, so now what it will do means in the backend it is going to generate different types of classes in Pega. Okay, like framework class, implementation class. Okay, then work. Okay, Pega contains different types of classes will be there. I will tell you later about all those things. So Pega has a concept called class. Okay, but don't worry, manually you will not create anything in the application. Okay, once the when you generate this application here in the backend, it is going to create so many things like classes, rule sets, then organization, operator IDs, everything it will generate in the backend. Okay, I'll explain each and everything. So total classes is about a one total class it will take. Tomorrow session I'll tell you about those things. So classes, like different types of classes will be there in Pega, like abstract classes, concrete classes. Maybe if you any people have some Java knowledge, basic Java knowledge, so their same concept, abstract class or non-initialized classes. Okay, anyway I'll tell you in tomorrow's session in detail. So just I'm giving some basic idea. Okay, actually classes will be two types of classes will be there: abstract classes and concrete classes. Okay, but in the application level, so we'll use only, okay, most of the time we'll use concrete classes only. So again in the concrete class in Pega divided into different types: work classes, data classes, integration classes. Okay, so like this. So in tomorrow's session in detail I'll tell the classes concept, don't worry about that. So let me show you. So once after generating the application, right now it is going to create operator IDs. Three types of IDs it will generate. So one ID will be admin, one ID will be manager, and one ID will be user. Okay,
Hari, Rahul here. I have one question.
yes, tell me, Rahul.
The reuse layer, what are the options we have? I can see enterprise right now. Can you let us know what reuse layer is all about?
Reuse layer
The
is,
data object.
see, normally data objects,
In data,
we didn't create any objects, right? So normally enterprise level means we can use these tables in any application. Enterprise level means, so inside the Pega, for example, you are installing this personal edition. So any application you can use these data tables. Okay, not only inside this application. So throughout the enterprise level means, see, database is common for the entire application here. Okay, not only to this application. So database is common to entire application. If you want to reuse the same database, you can use at enterprise level means, so means throughout the entire application you can use the table. Okay,
and what about the inserting the data?
I will tell you inserting the data and all. We have a methods are there. Okay,
Okay.
internally data mapping. So fetching the data, deleting the data, updating the data, saving, fetching single record, fetching multiple records. So for all those things we'll do examples. Okay, so for every example we'll do. Okay,
Okay.
you will not use any queries here. Okay, without adding queries we'll be developing the application means, so we'll be mapping using the methods. Pega contains predefined methods are there. What are the database use, we'll follow the same process.
Do we have any log access?
Yeah, logs will be
What is
there.
going background? What is
Yeah,
going in background?
yeah, we'll show some tools are there: tracer tool, clipboard tool, both are debugging tools here, so where we can check all the things. So debug the information, so debug the values line by line, step by step. I'll show you later these two
Hmm.
things.
Sure.
Okay, so you can see here, congratulations on creating our new Paytm SCP application. As part of the creation process, so the system generated the following operators: So actually why Pega02? We have given the organization name as Pega02 here. Okay, if you give any other name, so that will be your organization name. Means, for example, if you have given Pega03, so that means at the rate Pega03 will be your operator ID. Okay, so what are the organization means organization enter there, organization name you have given in the first page, so the same name will be your login ID. Okay, admin at the rate Pega02. If you give any different ID, so it will give that ID here. Okay, so these three. Okay, so once after generating, if you for just to save this page means, just take a screenshot or copy this page, because in the future if you forgot the ID means, you must have some reference, right? So this is the user IDs you will be using for logging to the application. Admin at the rate Pega02, manager at the rate Pega02, user at the rate Pega02. And so all the above operator IDs is having a common password will be rules. If you want, we can change it later. Okay, so every operator ID will have option to change the password. So for changing that password, go to the operator ID, some security option will be there. From there we can change the password actually, but the default password will be RULES is the default password. Okay, so for all the above user IDs, okay, three IDs are generated here. Okay, now what we need to
So
do
Hari, one question.
is, tell me.
Yeah. So I mean, why it creates these three IDs? I mean, each ID will have different privileges.
The privileges that one, so these are, so by default Pega will generate these three IDs. Later, so they
Okay.
will set the, for each and every developer, they will set the privileges, right? So by default, they will have some administrator means. So if you log in with this administrator, we'll have some common privileges. If you log in with manager, we'll have some common privileges. If you log in with end user, some privileges. So, but in the real time, what happens? So they will save as, they will not, every developer will not use the same ID, right? So they will rename this
Yeah.
operator ID. So okay, from I will tell you in the coming sessions how to create operator IDs. So what they will do is
Okay.
save as this operator ID. So then they'll give the, for example, your name is Ram. So Ram01. Some, so they'll give different access. So different roles here they'll give for you. Okay, like this they'll rename the. So they can generate any number of IDs from this ID. Okay. So we
Okay.
can
So
create.
so these three IDs which is created by the Pega. So Pega will also define its own privileges for admin, manager, and user, right?
Yeah, Pega will have. So it will set default privileges for this one.
Okay.
It will set default privileges for manager and user. Okay, so in the real time, they administer means some senior for you, for example, so the lead system architect will set the privileges for you. Okay,
Okay.
so or some business analyst or some manager, team leader will be there, some, so it depends upon company to company. Okay, so they
Right.
will,
So question is basically the privileges for admin, manager, and user. Those will be different, right?
yeah, those will be different.
Okay.
Okay, compulsory there will be different privileges will be there. And also,
Okay.
so when we create a new, see from this ID we can create any number of IDs, operator IDs we can create. Suppose 10 developers are there. Okay, from this ID we can add 10 separate new operator IDs we can add. Manually we need to create those things. So at that time, so then again they can give, so access, different access for each and everyone. Okay, some people will get, so both we can, for example, so for, suppose you are giving operator 1, so for operator 1 we can give, so developer access we can give, manager and access we can give. For another operator is there, only developer access only we will give. So like this it depends. So based on the role in the organization, the access will different for each and everyone. Okay, that one I will show in the coming sessions anyway. So when we work on operator IDs, so there is a routing topic will be there. At that time I'll show how to create the operator IDs and all. Okay, so the now thing is, so once this is generated, application is generated, we have to log off and log in. Okay, log off from this current operator and log in using, okay, we'll use this one, admin at the rate Pega02, and the default password is, rules is the default password. Okay, we have to log in with that one. Now we need to log in with, okay, in your application, for example, if you give the organization name, so see here guys, don't get confused. So in my application, the organization name is, see at the time of application creation I have given organization name as Pega02. For example, suppose if you give your organization name as, for example, so give your names without any confusion. So what are the name you have, give your name. So for example, Rahul. So the automatically your login ID will be admin at the rate Rahul will be there. Okay, if you give any other name, so based on the organization name, what are the organization name you give, so the operator ID will be with that name it will be. So here in my application Pega02 I have given the login ID will be admin at the rate Pega02 and default password is rules. Okay, how to change and all I'll show it later. Okay, now login with the below operator ID, so admin at the rate rules is the password. Now you will get your application name. So we have given application name as Paytm SCP. I have given. You will get the application name. Previously we have a default application Pega rules. Okay. So now you will get your application name as Paytm SCP. It will load. It will take some time. Give me a second. Okay, and now see this case. So application is created and you can see under the cases category you can see all the modules here. And go to the application explorer now. Okay, each module will be a separate class here. Okay, you can see the leaf icon is there, right? Each leaf icon is a separate class. Loans is a separate class. Recharge is a separate class. Sample is a separate class here. Okay, so actually this is a main class. I will tell you some. This is some by default Pega will generate a class for you, work classes and data classes and integration classes like that. So under the application normally we'll use work classes. Okay, so if you want to create anything inside the application means we'll be using work classes. Okay, those classes concept we'll discuss in detail in tomorrow's session. Okay, now okay, till here it is okay, right? So till application creation, any doubts, anyone let me know.
Hello.
Yes, so they tell me.
Uh, yeah, Hari. So basically, we'll get these all everything cases. I mean, this loan and recharge everything by default, or you have created it
By
before?
default means, see, that's what I'm saying. See,
Yeah.
at the time of adding the application, I have given three names in the case, in the cases in the third step. Okay, we have four steps
Oh,
overall.
okay, okay,
So in the four
okay. Yeah.
steps, under the case types, under the different types of cases, I have given three names. Those names only you'll get. What are the names you have given? You'll get only those
Okay.
names.
Okay, okay. We cannot create the cases in this case explorer.
Means manually we have to create. If you want to create means we have to add it manually. But
Okay,
so at the
okay, fine.
application level, normally what they will do, so they will gather all the requirements, and at the, before starting the application or before generating the application itself, they will define everything. Okay, automatically
Okay,
we
fine.
create. So again, manually create means it is a some big process, not a big process, easy only. Again, we need to give the manually separately. We need to separately create a class for each and every case. In the coming
Okay.
sessions, I'll show you how to manually create a separate class.
Yeah, fine. Basically, because of this, they have implemented this case explorer in Pega 7, right?
Actually, in the previous versions, how it will be means, uh, there also we can define the, there also case management is there, but we don't use that one in the previous versions. But in the current versions, it is mandatory. In the
Okay,
previous versions, there is a flow level. I told you, right?
okay,
There is one thing called application profiler and accelerator. Okay, what they will do is in the previous versions, either in profiler level or accelerator level, there is a separate, not cases will not be there, but some flow level flow diagrams will be there.
Okay. Accelerator is nothing but it is used for gathering the things, right?
Okay, profiler is for gathering the things,
Oh, you're right, right.
and
Profiler,
it
right?
is
Yeah.
for accelerator is for giving the technical requirements, adding the
Okay.
technical requirements.
Technical requirements,
Yeah,
right, right. Yeah. These are all under DCO, right?
yeah, DC only.
Yep, yep. Okay, fine.
And profiler is for, okay, business analyst will non-technical
Yeah.
requirements will be given in the profiler.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
anyway, I'll tell you in 6.3 version, I'll show these things.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm just have a small doubt like creating in the cases. They have given the cases, right?
Yeah.
We can create the case and we can create the processes there. That's what I'm thinking
Yeah,
a little bit more.
that's what also we can create, but not required.
Yeah.
It is a lengthy process.
Oh,
Instead of that, at the
oh,
application level,
okay.
you can define all the cases and directly you can go, and inside that we can add the
Okay.
process. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll
So
tell
we
you
can
this
add
one.
how many cases we need when you are building the
It depends
application, right?
upon the, yeah, it depends. So there may be, so big
Yeah, it
applications can,
depends. Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So inside this case, we'll design the workflows. Okay,
Yeah.
this one I
Process
will,
flow.
yeah, process flows and all we'll design inside this one.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Okay.
one maybe others will get
Yeah.
confused.
Okay.
I'll tell you later about this one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Fine. No problem. Yeah.
Okay. So any other questions? Others? Abhi, Aishwarya.
No, Hari, I don't have any doubts.
Okay. Asmit, Ashima.
No, I don't have any doubts.
Okay. Next, Dilip. Any questions?
I think I'm good, Hari.
Okay, fine. Next, Uday. Okay. Next, yeah, Rajeshwari. Any questions you want to ask? Okay. Next, Prashant.
Hey, Hari, only one doubt. I mean, when you will explain that older version 6.3
Yeah.
and all. So, I am very new to the Pegasus, so I will not get confused with 7.1 and
You
6.3,
will
right?
not get it confused. So only few, see, overall concept is same, but the look and feel is different, and main some important controls are different. That's
So
it.
what is the price you said for the two
Okay,
versions?
okay. Because I just want to learn the 7.1.
Oh no, I didn't.
Okay, sir, you see, overall training will be 7. If you know 7, automatically you can work on lower versions. But if you know lower version, you cannot work on
Okay.
latest version. Okay, see, with the examples,
Oh,
you will
okay.
get some examples on 6.C. So what are the different controls we have in 7 and 6.3? We'll get some examples with some practical knowledge. We'll get all the scenarios you'll get. Okay. So even in the 6.3, I'll show the DCO how it will look, and I'll show the application creation in 6.3 version also, because there the totality is different in 6.3 version. Okay, so I'll show how to create a DCO and how to create a new application in 6.3 also.
Okay, but our main training will be on
Main training will
7.1.
7.1. Normally 2 to 3 sessions will be in
Okay.
6.3. Okay. Next, Rahul.
Okay, thanks.
Okay,
That's
Rahul,
it.
any questions? Next, Sai, any questions?